Hey, Facebook. We're gonna get this shared out. 1 second. Here we go. Share it out. Hi, Alicia. I'm gonna fix my camera in a second. Uh-oh, did not mean to do that. Hey. I'm trying to share this to my personal page. So bear with me 1 minute. Bear with me 1 minute. Okay, yeah, I'm on my personal page now. Good, that is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Thank you. I'm going on to Instagram now, so bear with me on my iPad. So that way we are sharing out at the same time. Hey, everybody on Instagram coming on. I see you all coming on. All right. Let's see. Let's pin this. Let's see. Instagram is acting real janky right now. Good evening, everybody. I'm trying to, hey, Joy. I'm trying to pin the topic down, but it's not letting me do it. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started to everybody. Tonight, everybody. Good evening, and thank you for joining me. My name is Jasmine Womack, and I am an empowerment implementation strategist. I empower women with the strategies to build their businesses, and I give them the implementation step by step on how to write and self-publish their books. I do this through personal and professional development in my membership group, Pearls of Power, and also through my publishing company, P31 Publishing. And I also teach digital courses, online and digital courses on personal development and business building. And I'm so glad that you all have joined me this evening. So I just want to thank you for taking the time out to be here, okay? So tonight's topic is 3 ways you should properly use social media to build your business and your brand. And before we get into our topic tonight, I want to make sure that you all know about the Writers Workshop ATL, that tickets are on sale right now. There are only 10 spaces available, and it's almost halfway sold out. Tickets are $25 until Friday, and on Friday the price goes to $49. Okay, there are actually less than 10 spaces available, so make sure that you secure your seat, and you can go to bit.ly/writing ATL. That's bit.ly/writing ATL if you would like to secure your space for the Writers Workshop Atlanta that will be here on October 14th. And in the Writers Workshop, I'm going to be giving you all the strategies that I use to generate $1,000 in book sales within my first month of self-publishing. So if you want to know those strategies, then you need to make sure that you have your face in the place. Now, if you are in my membership group, Pearls of Power, then I will be putting a special discount code in our private Facebook group tonight so that you can get access to live stream. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. 3 ways you should properly use social media to build your business and your brand. And one of the reasons why I am talking about this tonight is because earlier today, one of my old classmates from college tagged me in a post And it was from actually one of my alma maters, because I went to 2 colleges. One of my alma mater that I received my graduate degrees from, my master's and my specialist, had featured me in an alumni magazine. It featured me about my book, 20 Pearls of Wisdom. And I had no clue. I have not gotten a copy of the magazine, and I had no clue that I was being featured in it. And the only reason I knew was because one of my old classmates had a copy of the magazine and tagged me, and it was the fall 2017 edition. And I began thinking, like, I have no clue who put my information in there. I have no clue who was behind that, but they have had to have seen some type of online presence consistently in order to know to even feature me. And so there are so many opportunities that can come from that. And one of them is a speaking engagement, because I'll be contacting Columbus State this evening. So I want to share with you all 3 ways that you should properly use social media to build your business and your brand, because I have built my business on social media and through my email list. And if I've done it, you can do it too. And when I say just built my business, I'm not talking about just posting. I mean generating a consistent 4 figures a month. Every single month, I know that I'm going to have a minimum of certain amount that's going to come in, and it's going to be 4 figures. So who doesn't want an extra $1,000, extra $2,000? Like, that's the type of money that can actually, when you build on it, can help you to leave your job. Okay, so this is how I've done it. So 3 ways that you should properly use social media to build your business and your brand. Number 1 is to post your content. Okay, content is not just posting a quote. It's posting something that's going to actually help someone. It's posting something that is meeting a need. So what you have to think about it. What problem are you solving for people? What problems do your ideal client have? And how are you solving them, or at least addressing them every single day in social media? So when you write a post, or create a post, even if it's a quote, your quote should be speaking to the need of that particular client. Okay? And then you always follow up your post with a call to action. So what do you want your ideal client to go and do after they've read this quote? So yeah, they read this quote and made them feel some kind of way. That's good and that's great. But what do you want them to do? Do you want them to go and visit your website? Do you want them to sign up for a product that you have? Do you want them to sign up for your freebie that you have going on? What is the call to action? What is it that you actually want them to do? Okay? You have to tell people it's literally step by step how you tell a child. And that's not to disrespect anybody, but you need to tell your audience what to do step by step. Okay? If you need a consult, if I have to sign up or to get my new ebook called Broken But Blessed. I know Blessed Not Broken. I know that's the name of Alicia's ebook coming up. Go to this website to get your free copy. Boom. Always end every post with a call to action. And that was something that it took me almost a year to learn how to do. Okay. Number 2 is let me go back to content. Content is, like I said, posting things that are going to be helpful to people. So if you're a speaker, or if you have a speaking engagement, posting clips of the speaking engagement, and not just random clips, but you want to post clips of you saying something that is valuable. Okay? Posting things that are going to actually help somebody. So whenever you speak, whenever you train, whenever you do anything, always get the footage. Okay? Post your content. My friend, my play brother, David Shans, he actually he made a post on his Instagram. You can check him out at Sleepers for Suckers. He made a post on his Instagram a couple of weeks ago where he said, tag me and tag the best. He was looking for some female speakers. He said, tag the best female speakers in Atlanta. Everybody started naming all these women. And so I started DMing him. And he said, look, sis, none of these women have content. Maybe about... He said 98% are lacking content. So when he told me that, I actually went on the post and I clicked on everybody's profile to see exactly what he meant. When I went on all those ladies' profiles, there were pictures from events, random selfies. There wasn't content. It wasn't anything to show that they were a speaker. It wasn't anything to show that they were a workshop facilitator. It wasn't anything to show that they were in women's empowerment other than a random picture here or there, quotes, and, you know, I couldn't tell what they did, to be honest with you. And that's the thing. When someone looks at your Facebook page, when someone looks at your LinkedIn page, when someone looks at your Instagram page, they should be able to take one glance and know exactly what it is you do and who you are. So, and they can tell that by the content that you post, okay? So number 2, share. Share, okay? You want to share your experiences. So if you're writing a book, or if you're writing an ebook, or if you're planning an event, or if you are in an MLM, share your experiences with your products. Share your experience as you're writing. This is how you build anticipation. This is how people get to know you for who you are and what you do. And it may take some time for people to adjust to you talking about business or talking about these type of things, but if you stay consistent, they'll adjust or they'll unfriend themselves. It's very simple. Okay, so you want to share your experiences, you want to share the process, you want to share what you're doing, and then you can chime in some things about your life from time to time. But most of the times what I see ladies sharing other people's things that have absolutely nothing to do with their business or their brand. Sharing videos, sharing quotes, sharing memes. No one can learn you, and no one can learn about your business, and you cannot build that know, like, and trust factor by sharing other people's stuff. One of the ways that I get consistent publishing clients is because I'm always sharing. I'm sharing the startup, I'm sharing the outcome product, I'm sharing when I'm up all night editing, I'm sharing the process. And so people are able to a lot of times follow me from start to finish, and they're able to see the end product, and then they're able to see people's testimonies and say, hey, that's somebody that I can trust, because not only is she talking about it, but she's actually about it, and she's publishing other people's books here on social media. That's the know, like, and trust factor. That's the way that I've been able to get people to sign contracts for $1,000 and $2,000, and they have never met me in person, because there's the body of work, and there's the social proof, and there's the constant sharing. So share what it is you do. If you are into women's empowerment, what does that look like? Because everybody and mama say that they are into women's empowerment these days. Is that just an event? How is somebody going to, what makes you better than the next person saying that they are in women's empowerment? You have to share that. You have to show that. Share your experiences. Share the things that you do. Okay? And let me go back. A lot of it comes from experiences. People relate to people. People relate to stories. People don't relate to somebody that acts like their life is perfect and has always been perfect. How do we know that you can come up out of this? Or are you just another person talking at us? Share your story. All the pain that you've went through, use that to make a profit. That's one reason why I can talk about the marriage, the abusive marriage that I was in, and how I left when my daughter was 3 weeks old and had to move back in with my mother and father at almost 30 years old, and how I had absolutely nothing. My self-esteem was shot. I had no money because I had to pay all the hospital bills from having a baby, because I have a career, and so I don't get, government assistance or Medicaid or anything like that, so I had to pay out of pocket when my daughter was born. Also, my pay was cut because I did not have the sick leave, so I was on short-term disability making 60% of my income, and I was only getting paid like once a month, 60%. I can talk about all of that. And after I had the baby, the short-term disability check stopped. I can talk about all that, and the experiences that I went through, and the emotions that I had, and how I came out of that, how I came out of being in that sunken, depressed state to meeting the man of my dreams and being remarried, having another child, and now being able to walk fully in my purpose and my gifts. But I can't just talk about the glow up. I have to talk about, share the backstory too. Because people have to know where you came from. So do that. Share your experiences. Share your story. And share where you are in the process. So when you are doing things, you have events, share all of that. And that's where your Instagram stories come in. That's where your Facebook stories come in, where you can do little snapshots of behind the scenes. Follow me, I'm doing something now with my Instagram stories where I'm taking people on the journey as I decorate my house. Because me and my husband, we bought our house about a year ago. We bought absolutely nothing old. We bought everything new because we got married and we didn't want to bring anything with old energy into our house. And so we decided not to buy anything on credit. After we made our initial purchases, because we had to get beds and washing machines and mattresses, after we made our initial purchases, we decided not to buy anything on credit. So it's taken us a year to kind of just get everything solid again. And now we're fixing the house up. And so I'm taking everybody, that's my little personal life that I'm excited about, and I'm sharing that. And I do that in my stories. I also have different events coming up. I'm sharing it. I'm talking about it. I'm sharing snapshots of me working on workbooks and things like that. Share. Because that helps to build the know, like, and trust factor. And the third way that you should properly use social media to build your business and your brand is to be consistent. If you only post something once a week, y'all, social media is busy. It's very fast and it's very busy. So while you thinking you posting once a week and that's doing something, you're totally losing your audience's attention, okay? So you want to try to post at least 3 times a day. And I've been doing this on Facebook. I actually kind of fell off on Instagram. So I'm trying to get back on, but I post at least once a day. But ideally, which is how I got to this point, I was posting 3 and 4 times a day, sometimes 5, okay? And the best way to do that is to use an automator. You have automators like Planoly, Planoly. You have automators like Later, Later. And you have automators like Hootsuite, Hootsuite. You can plan your post ahead of time. It'll push it out to Instagram or to Facebook for you, and you just hit basically copy, paste, approve, and it's done. That's the easiest way, especially if you're busy, you have a family, you're in school, you have all these things going on, and you cannot post on the fly. The best way to do it is to plan your week out, pre-schedule all your posts, and on like a Sunday night. And so that way you're done. Okay? So those are the 3 ways you should properly use social media to build your business and your brand. Number 1 is to post your content. Number 2 is to share your experiences. And number 3 is to be consistent. So I do hope that this was helpful to you all. Once again, my name is Jasmine Womack, and I am an empowerment implementation strategist. I empower women with the tools and strategies to build their businesses, and I help them implement step by step the necessary processes to publish their books. And I do this through personal and professional development and my membership group, Pearls of Power, through my publishing company, P31 Publishing, where we are dedicated to producing literature that's sweet to the mind, spirit, and soul. And I also do this through teaching digital courses and in-person workshops. Okay, so I have a writer's workshop coming up. There are only 10 spaces because the conference room can only hold 10 spaces. Thank you, Vamika. The conference room can only hold 10 spaces, okay? So there are only 10 spaces. Actually, there are less than 10 spaces now. The price of the 2-hour live in-person workshop is $25 until Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the price is going up to $49, okay? And that's because of the content that I'm going to be sharing. This is a 2-hour live class where you can come and learn the secrets to generating your first $1,000 in book sales during your first month. So we're going to be going behind the scenes with marketing, okay? What you need to do to finish your book, what you need to do to get the word out about your book, and how to actually build a brand around your book, okay? So if you have written a book, this is good for you. If you are writing a book, This will be very good for you so that you can learn all this up front and launch your book prepared and launch your book successfully. If you have already written a book, this is still good for you because you can still go and utilize a lot of the strategies and tips that I'm going to provide to help you increase your book sales, okay? And also utilize this for your next book. Yeah, I sell books like just about every day. Anytime I post about my book, I sell books. So I actually made about $5,000 within the first quarter that my book was published. And I didn't even realize I had made that much until I went to get my taxes prepared. I'm just being honest with you. So it's an in-person workshop. It's 2 hours. It's October 14th from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. Okay? You can sign up at bit.ly/writingatl. It's $25. Also, if you sign up, you will have access. For the in-person workshop, all participants will get a workbook, and I've also created a private Facebook page so that everybody can catch the replay. So if you need to go back over some things, you'll have access to the video so you can watch it for a couple of days, okay? Also, for out-of-town people, if you're in Atlanta, you can't take advantage of the virtual, but I am doing a virtual, I am going to do it virtually too for people who live out of town. If you're in Atlanta, I need to see you, okay? But if you're out of town, because I have people in other countries and in states in the Midwest and out west, like in Cali and in Texas, that have asked me about this, who do not live in Atlanta, and they are interested. I just keep getting the requests. So I've opened up a virtual live stream. So if you live out of town, not in Atlanta, you can sign up. Also, the price is still the same. It's not a less expensive price because of the content share. So it's $25. You can sign up at bit.ly, bit.ly/www virtual, www virtual, virtual. It's $25 to sign up. As soon as you sign up, the email with the link to the private Facebook group will come straight to your inbox. Okay? Now, for the in-person workshop, there are actually less than 10 spaces available. It's almost halfway sold out, so do not drag your feet, okay? Get on it. If you're in Pearls of Power and want to attend in person or virtually, I'm going to put the discount code in there. All members of Pearls of Power get to attend at a discounted rate. That is a benefit of being a member of Pearls of Power, and Pearls of Power is my membership group. It's a personal and professional development group for women working to take their lives to the next level. We believe in a spiritual foundation in everything that you do. We do personal development and we do business development trainings once a week. So we do personal development training calls every Sunday, and then every Wednesday we do business development training, okay? So if you would like to learn more about Pearls of Power or join, you can go to www.pearlsofpowermembers.com. All right? I will see you all later. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Hey, Vamika, I'm just now seeing your comment. I'm so glad that you are joining me. Y'all, my daughter, she left her food on the table. She was eating before I started live streaming. I had to get her plate up. My 5-year-old daughter. If anybody has any questions. Okay. Well, if nobody has questions, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. I do hope this was helpful for you all. If you found value, please share it out to your audience and your friends. I would greatly appreciate it. Yay, Monica! Yay! Looking forward to see. Well, you make it halfway signed up, so there's only 5 spaces. 5 spaces available. Yay! bit.ly/writingatl. And yes, this workshop is open to men as well. Okay, it's not women only. Okay, all right. So I will see everybody later. All right, you all have a great evening. Good night.